guys, Jesse Kotton back here with the totally original and new Tearlaments deck profile for the 24th time or something. Shoutouts to Luxury Gaming for helping me get here. I'll see you on this channel right now. I guess we can go right into it. So this is the list I got. First place at Sydney with. Goes for the cards. So yeah, max Tearlaments that fuse for obvious reasons. You want to mill these, and drawing them is also good. 2 Rhino Hearts. Again, this is the worst one to summon into a Bistral, so you don't need 3. Milling it's okay, but not fantastic as well. And you just want 2 so that way you can still mill it decently enough to fuse. And also in case one gets banished pretty early on, or like you have to summon it and it gets killed back, so you want to have the second. This also follows the 5 normal summon rule. Pistols. 7 has been a pretty good number for a while. It hasn't changed. I like having the 1-star near just because if you already have the Judas Worm and you went first, the Magnum can then search different name. Yeah, I mean, nothing's changed. Orange Light, still play this, even though it's a 1-of, and people say, oh, now it's not consistent. It's the consistency of resolving Orange Light is still relatively the same. It hasn't changed that much. Just now drawing this isn't. But like Instant Fusion, you can still play it, and it still is very good. So just play it. You draw it, you're happy. If not, okay, oh well, I'm lucky, I guess. Max Ishizus. Again, I want to force as much interaction as possible. I can get through these game states better. If you don't feel as comfortable, maybe you should play not these, play a different version. But I think it's worth forcing yourself to understand the interactions well enough that you can play the 12. It all makes rogue matches better. It's also where you get to more interesting games. Very complex, like 40-minute game one sometimes. Spells, strongest cards. Yeah. So 2 talents and 3 screams. This is the switch up from the Yugioh to YCS. It was 3 talents, 2 screams. Consistency was a little bit worse in the last deck because we'd swapped the 2 oranges to 3 talents and a heartbeat. Kind of wanted to make up for that a little bit, so the 3rd scream should help consistency going first a bit more than this, and also better mills. And they both fill pretty similar functions. We're not being the best in the full mill matchup in the mirror, but going second at least. But good versus all the mid-range stuff, which both are, and then also really good going first. Like these are the best cards going first, almost. So very similar, but slightly better consistency. So that's why we went with this. The only thing is this is worse going second with Flu than this is. But I'm happy with this. It also made me a lot more confident just milling aggressively going first, because you get to Sulic really easily. Then you have the 2 Sulics. It's good to mill, so you want to play 2. Happy with this change over Crime. We didn't really see evenly, that's the only reason to play Crime. I do side it. For the extra deck, because I'm playing with Yugioh, I think you do need to play this, especially when you go first. You want to force out the millers or the shufflers you milled into their grave, and then also Bread is a link to in this brand, so you can push through their Bistrals. I think it's needed in this build. And these are obviously insane. These are just staple. I shouldn't need to explain them. Both 6s. I still think this one is better, but without the 3 orange lights, you don't need Baron, and this was like the next best card for me, so put it in there. And Zeus. So the tier fusions are good, and these are just good. This is pretty standard. Don't have to explain much. So for the side deck, so also the main deck was 43 cards. They kept it at 43. Some people cut the talents from the main. I just played 41. I think Asala and Bone did that. But the reason I kept it like that is just made side patterns easier. I wanted to have 3 talents somewhere between the main and side for going first, no matter what. I also wanted to fit more hand traps in. I don't think they played imperms, or if they did, they played different numbers. I wanted to have specific ratios where if you saw my side plan, it would make more sense. Such as the mirror match, this is what I tied in going second. If they're playing the Miller version, if they're not playing the Max Millers, I would also have the 3 talents in, but I side out talents versus the mill one. Simply because I don't want to mill my deck and then wallow the talents, because that's really, really annoying. So yeah, I really wanted these in. These are really good with Kit. And then sometimes these also just break your Flu opponent because your hands aren't strong enough. The 3rd talents, again, because I do want this going first in pretty much every matchup. The second's good too. It's nonsense again. I don't love these cards. I really wish I had twins, but honestly, this won me the finals, so it's good for that. At the end of the day, it's probably just more consistent than twins, which is why I went with it. They are good. One Heartbeat, One Crime, only back removal card. I didn't love the idea of not playing much for back removal, but it ended up being okay. This is always the best one because it's searchable and because it's good to mill. The One Crime, stop evenly matched random boards and just get advantage via Bistral. It's good. And then went to the more of a Sprite because it seemed to be an uptick of it. Even though I think I only played one, I still lost to it. It's as good as the Sprite field. This is Super Poly, but if you guys watch my vlog, you'll see that we were discussing Super Poly in the main versus Talents. Just felt that Talents was better rounded and better in the mirror. And Poly seemed ideal, but didn't really work out a lot of the time. And then it probably wasn't that good in the mirror match anyways. Dark Blue was probably a bit better versus Sprite. So yeah, that's why I went with this. But yeah, so that should be the full deck. Shoutouts to the playtesting circle, to the Australians that hosted me, Glenn and Campo, and also lending me this deck. This is Campo right now. This is the deck I'm using. I borrowed Vlad's for the event. If you watch the vlog, you see I destroyed my deck in a waterfall on accident. But if you watch to find out how that kind of went down. And then shout out to my playtesting circle, so Bowden, Nasala, Dom, one of the main people that helped me test, I think, this time. But yeah, that's it.